Hey everybody, it's Nikki with Delicate Tension Tarot. This is going to be a reading for the sign of Sagittarius, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, or if you just have a lot of Sagittarius placements in your chart or transits happening that amplify that energy for you. It will be for the energy from December 15th through the 31st. So happy holidays, whatever you celebrate, even if you don't celebrate anything at all. We did have a really impactful full moon on the 12th of this month. There could have been a lot of intense things happening at that time, and there still could be some residual energy up until the 21st from that full moon itself. We also have a solar eclipse happening on the 26th and a new moon happening either on that day or shortly after. Now, with that eclipse being in Capricorn, there could be a lot of intense changes happening. We are getting really close to closing out this cycle of eclipses that are in Capricorn and Cancer. They started in the in January of this year. So if your home life, work life, or health has been greatly impacted, that is why. Eclipses really try to help change things up and shake things up in our lives so that we can eclipse certain things out of our lives, or so that the truth can be shown on certain things so that we can heal it and move beyond it. That being said, let me get started with your reading. As always, this is a general reading. Take what resonates, leave the rest. If nothing resonates, you can listen to your moon or rising sign, or whatever sign that you know is very prominent in your chart. Sometimes people can have a lot of Aries in their chart or a lot of Sagittarius in their chart, and that's usually the energy that they feel more connected to. Sometimes for love readings, it's best to listen to your Venus, whatever your Venus sign is, or your moon sign for emotions. So yeah, let me tune in and see what it is that I feel for you guys. Okay, flames everywhere. I felt like I just got the biggest burst of flames. It felt like a massive fireball. Maybe it's because this is your season. You could be feeling quite in your element. You are a fire sign, so you could actually be quite invigorated right now. There could be a lot of energy that you have, or you could be feeling fired up about something, or you are literally going out with a bang at the end of this year. You could be making a lot of changes in your life. You could be eradicating some things. So let's see what the cards have to say. Oh yeah, you got something coming towards you. Ace of Cups and Nine of Cups at the bottom of the deck when I split. I think this is going to help you move beyond whatever troubling times or thoughts, emotions, situations. You're moving beyond it. Now, there might still be some things that you need to patch up emotionally, because it does look like you're not necessarily, you're either dealing with somebody who's not in the in their highest vibration, so they could still be very emotionally insecure or emotionally uncertain, or they're just dealing with a lot of things right now that are putting them in a less mature emotional space. They could be dealing with grief, they could be dealing with loss, they could be dealing with trauma, they could be dealing with anything. Whatever it is, it just kind of has them turned on their head. Show me what's going on for Sagittarius, please. Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus. Show me what's going on for Sagittarius. Okay, you're waiting on something. You're waiting on news, you're waiting on communication, or you literally might just feel as if something is coming towards you. I used to call it the feeling of impending doom, because there were just moments where I would wake up and I would feel that something was going to happen. And it can be an uncomfortable feeling, especially if you're not certain whether what's coming towards you is good or bad. But whatever it is that is coming towards you, it is coming quite quickly. could be another fire sign or someone just very much so in action-oriented energy. I think this is something that you would be looking forward to. I think you want to see this person. I think you want to spend time with them, communicate, celebrate, have a good time. But I think the biggest reason why is because there might have been some unnecessary fighting or just unnecessary arguments that were going on between the two of you. There was some sort of conflict that was here, and I think you've kind of set that aside for now because you're in a position of whatever you've eradicated, you have made space to be open to this happening. I think you're more of in a creation mode. I think you want to create something here with the fact that you have 2 3s that are representing you, and you want to overcome those challenges and those conflicts. It's quite possible that this person might have been keeping an eye on you. And when I say that, you know, if I had cards showing up that indicated some form of stalking or creepy behavior, I would say it. But this is actually just someone who I think has either been inquiring about you, asking other people that you know or mutually know. It could be social media based. It could be anything. Either way, they have definitely been keeping their eyes open. They've been keeping their eye on you. Yeah, we have the Lovers here. So I think this definitely represents the overall energy or connection between the two of you. There might be a magnetic attraction here where you go through instances of doing what I like to call the push and pull. The intensity of magnets when they are drawn together, not only can they draw each other together, but they also can repel one another. And I feel as if this is something that continues to slip in and out of your grasp. I think this has probably been going on for a really long time. I mean, years. Because I keep staring at the angel at the top of this card, and every time I look at that angel, I see temperance, and temperance usually represents needing to balance something out. It's quite possible that maybe this relationship, situation, connection needs to be balanced out because it doesn't always have to be romantic. With the title card of the Lovers, yes, absolutely, it could be romantic. But if it's not romantic and it's someone that you've just always felt a really deep connection or bond with, it's quite possible that you have a relationship in a way that transcends lifetimes. So it's quite possible that you've had a past life relationship with them where you've known each other before, which makes them even more familiar to you in this lifetime. But there's a need here to balance out whatever this connection is. So something quite possibly could have happened between you guys. Let's spread these out a little bit so I can zoom a thing, do the clarifiers. I actually kind of want to do this. Their energy, your energy, the common ground in the middle. That sounds right. That looks nice. Okay. So let's clarify the Three of Wands. You are waiting for wish fulfillment after conflict. Let's clarify the Three of Cups. Wow, that was way too much. Let's clarify the Three of Cups. Okay. Ooh, Three of Swords. Okay, yeah. I think you're wanting to patch things up or mend things in this situation. Now, it is quite possible, but not 100%, when it comes to stuff like this, when I state things like this, only if you have the facts, right? Like, don't take what I'm saying as truth if you don't have the facts. With the Three of Swords attached to the Three of Cups, it is quite possible that this could have been a third-party situation where either you or they were involved with somebody else. And there could have been some pain that was brought on from that. Now, this could also be reuniting and celebrating after a hard time of going through a lot of pain or conflict with one another. So let's, yeah, Ten of Cups with the Five of Wands reversed. You just want to resolve this. I do think that this person is someone who means a lot to you. If it is a romantic relationship, I think this is somebody that you care very deeply for. And I think that you do look at them as someone you either could have had a family with or somebody that you really did want to settle down with. And now you're just in this position of waiting. I think you're waiting to see if anything can ever change. I think you're waiting to see if what you're feeling or sensing is actually coming towards you. And I think you are going to be seeing this in real time, in action, through communication. I think it is coming towards you because this person now has a very, very specific, I don't necessarily want to say plan. It could be plan, but they are definitely they are ready to stand up and take action towards you. They are ready to rise to the occasion. That's a great phrase. They're ready to rise to the occasion. So let's clarify the Knight of Swords here. Yeah, they're done with standing still. I think that they stood still for a very long time. I think that, I don't know if I said this for another video or not, but it feels very much so like the art of war. It's almost as if they really had to understand what move they needed to make, or if they wanted to make any move before they actually make the move. Let's clarify the King of Wands. Ace of Wands, yeah. You might have brought this on. Because I'm looking at how the person in the Three of Wands is holding an Ace of Wands. And this person is as well. So I think you made some choices in the past that really kind of sparked this individual's interest. Wheel of Fortune and King of Cups again. I think they really do, if they haven't done this yet, I think that they either have needed some time to get their emotions together to really understand the way it is that they feel. But something's changing here, and I think they're really learning how to express their emotions in terms of actually not only speaking what it is that they're feeling, but taking action towards what it is that they're feeling. There is an aspect of them that's still a little childish or still a little immature, but that's okay. I feel like this is in a way where maybe the way that they will be expressing themselves towards you is very childlike, very creative. Let's clarify the Page of Swords. Eight of Wands, coming in fast. Do not be surprised if you hear from this person very, very soon. I know this is a two-week time frame, but to me, when I see this card, it literally can be anywhere between 8 hours to 8 days after viewing this video that you will be hearing from this individual. Let's clarify the Lovers. What's the common ground here that will be found? What's the common ground that will be found with the Lovers? I think that there is an offer coming in. I think it might start small at first. I would be a little careful here because of how strong the connection is. I think you need to be wise in terms of taking it slow when this comes back into your life, or if this interjects back into your life, because whenever I see the King of Wands in reverse, there's some conflicting energy here right now. There's something here where it's like, you guys are going to have to start small. I think you're going to have to start out slowly. I think you're going to have to actually reconnect and see how things go, continue having conversations, spending time together. It's really like starting off fresh again, because this isn't something where, you know, this person comes back and sweeps you off your feet. This is not a fairy tale story. This is something that is going to be, it's going to be in a position to be very nurtured. I think this is going to have to be nurtured. Because of what's happened between you in the past, there's still a lot of residual energy that might be present that needs to be worked through. And if you just go full force into the situation, you could be triggered quite heavily, and it could bring up the same old issues and problems, which will cause the same result as it did last time. But I do feel like overall, whatever this is, this might even happen around the time of the eclipse. Clarify the Sun for me, please. Yeah, this might happen around the eclipse. There's going to be some clarity there that's going to be found here. Page of Wands, Two of Pentacles in reverse, Two of Cups. Someone is definitely choosing to make you a priority at this time, or you are choosing to make this person a priority. I think that there's something that has happened here that has sparked interest once again, whether it was you shooting your shot towards them and them responding, or it's almost like you have something that they want. You have something that has sparked a desire within them to move towards you. But overall, they're doing it. And I think, you know, something I can say with the Page of Wands and the Page of Pentacles showing up in this connection in terms of where you guys are meeting in the middle, I think each person is attempting to move into this as if it is a new connection, or if it is a reestablishment of a connection. Because I do think you guys are vibrating at a very similar level right now. I think you're seeing each other very clearly. I think you're mirroring each other really strongly. That's why I'm like, if you feel like this is about to happen, it's probably because you're connected to this individual in a way where you can sense that they're moving towards you and vice versa. So let's see, what is the overall outcome of them reestablishing this connection? What is the overall outcome of them okay. Don't know if I like seeing the Seven of Cups, but let's go one by one. First card is, we have the Four of Wands. That's a really great sign. We have Temperance, and we have the Nine of Wands. You could be seeing each other over the holidays. I think maybe that's where things can start. I think maybe that's where conversation can become a little deeper. I think that you're going to see how balanced emotions are on both sides now. But like I said, with this energy in the background, I feel like you're still going to move into this in a bit of a protective or defensive energy because of how much you already have been through with this person, or they will be in this energy towards you because whatever side you fall on, maybe you were the person that hurt them and not the other way around. But it's something where it's kind of like a little bit of uncertainty due to what has happened in the past. Yeah, with the moon there, it's a little bit of uncertainty because I think it's quite possible that this person might have had other options or other things that they needed to devote their time to. And there might be some concern on your end that that might happen again. We do have Justice though. So I think something has happened here where the scales have been balanced out. It is a situation where it's quite possible that somebody is experiencing some form of karmic payback for what they have done to you. In whatever way that takes place, right? It doesn't always have to be exactly what you've done or exactly what they've done to you or you have done to them. Sometimes karma is very interesting. It's like, let's say you feel as if this person took a lot from you. Maybe you felt like you lost everything when it came to this person with whatever happened. Well, it's quite possible that they could be losing a lot of stuff now, or they could have gone through a period in time where loss for them is incredibly intense and they're losing things that are very important to them or things that they really care about. And it's challenging and forcing them to really look at life in a very balanced and fair way and really understanding life and really understanding universal law and understanding why things happen the way that they do. So overall, as messy as this looks on the table, I think it's a beautiful mess. And I think that there can be real headway made here if you can approach the situation with a little vigilance on your end and just understanding that it needs to be taken in baby steps. Kind of reminds me of that movie, What About Bob? Baby steps. You got to do it in baby steps. Because I think both of you as well, I think you both have had your fair share of stuff happen to you. Whether this was recent, whether it was like 20 fucking years ago. I think you have both had your fair share of things happen to you, which is quite possibly why you were drawn to each other, mirroring each other, and things were happening all over again in very similar ways and patterns. So that's all I have for you, Sagittarius. please take care of yourselves over this holiday season. Like I said, whatever you celebrate, I hope you have a good one. And just be happy. I feel like this is a time to really achieve what it is that you want. And go back to, I don't remember what reading it was for you guys. I feel like it might have been 2 or 3 readings ago. But I remember specifically feeling like you guys were going to get a gift over the holidays. So maybe this person's presence is their gift. Also, if this did resonate with you and you would like something tailored more specifically to your situation, you can contact me at delicatetensiontarot@gmail.com. That is down in the description box below. Or you can start following me on my Instagram, which is @delicatetension, also down in the description box below. And if you enjoyed this reading and you want to help support my channel, there is a donation button down below as well. Whether you donate or not, it's no big deal, but I always do appreciate it. Nice little energy exchange. So thank you for joining me, and I will see you guys in the new year.